Hello everybody, welcome back to Beware the Terrible. Today we have a new expanded deck for you called Rocky Goons. So in Rocky Goons, we have the Team Rocket's main goon, Rhydon, with a Dirty Work attack allowing you to discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck as long as you use Giovanni's Exile on your turn. So Giovanni's Exile is a really difficult card to play because if you play it, you don't get to use any other supporter cards to reset your hand, to prepare for your next Rhydon, to attach the double colorless and to attach the Focus Sash, which we want to in this deck because Focus Sash is very powerful. Focus Sash allows you to retain Rhydon for another turn for another Dirty Work, to discard another 5 cards for a back-to-back Giovanni's Exile if you can. If you have a good hand, or if you are able to get a good hand, then Focus Sash allows you to do 2 Dirty Works for a total of 10 or even more with Diglett. I'll show Diglett later, but a total of 10 discards of your opponent's deck for only 1 Rhydon, because Focus Sash allows you to retain Rhydon for 2 turns if it has full HP and if it does not get poisoned to death. So if it's poisoned to death, then Focus Sash does not work, and if it has any damage counters on it already, Focus Sash does not work, meaning if they use a Galarian Zigzagoon or if they use a Blowaway Bomb or any other cards to shift damage counters or place damage counters onto your Rhydon before they knock your Rhydon out, Focus Sash is deactivated. So that is one thing or 2 things to watch out with Focus Sash, is that special conditions deactivated and damage counters also deactivated. And we also have, more importantly, the Dual Brains ability. Magnezone's Dual Brain allow you to play 2 supporter cards on your turn, which is very important after using Exile. If you use Exile, you don't get to use any other supporter cards, but with Magnezone, after using Exile, we get to make sure we have a good hand for the next turn, to prepare for the next Rhydon or to prepare for the next Focus Sash or any other card that we need for the next turn. We only have 6 special energies in this deck, meaning to draw them out it would be very difficult. We have only 3 Focus Sashes, we have 4 of each Rhydon and Rhyhorns, but they are evolution cards, so it is quite difficult to evolve the next Rhydon, to get it out on the bench. It is very difficult to prepare for the next attack. That is why we need to play 2 supporter cards, especially when we are hampered by this Giovanni's Exile. How do we find it for the next turn? How do we prepare the next Rhydon? It's difficult to find this on its own, and it's even more difficult to get a good hand on the next turn, you know, after using your Exile. That is why it's important to evolve your Magnezone as early in the game as possible, so that you activate your Dual Brains ability for a quick search for your Exile. First thing to do is to evolve Magnezone. Second thing is to search your Exile. Third thing is to, once you play your first Exile, the ball gets rolling, everything goes on smoothly as long as you get the right cards. So we have Paw Pad, we have 2 Paw Pads to shuffle back our Giovanni's Exile. We have 13, I'm pretty sure we have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, you have 13 supporter cards other than the Exile. So we have 2 Bird Keepers, we have 2 Copycats, we have 3 Cynthias, 1 Sycamore, 1 Skyla, and we have, so Skyla allows us to get a Giovanni's Exile or any other supporter cards that we need. And if we have Dual Brains, we actually get to use Skyla for Exile and Exile for Dirty Works special effect to be activated. And we also have 2 Tate and Lizas for the switch, because if they pull out our Magnezone, it is very heavy, as you can see, 3 energy retreat cost, meaning we need to switch it either with 2 double colorless retreats, or switch it with a Tate and Liza and Bird Keeper, which is better because we don't want to be wasting our double colorless and twin energies, because we only have 6 of it and some of them might end up in our prize card. So it is very, very scarce, as you can see. And we also have 1 teammate, allowing us to search our deck for any 2 cards that we need on our turn, hopefully, and then well, probably, because you're gonna play it on your turn. So, and then use any of the 2 cards on your turn, because you don't want to be passing the turn after using teammates. And then another thing is you can only use teammates if one of your Pokemon gets knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So that is the condition for playing teammates. That is why you only have one of it. It's kind of like Oricorio GX. You only get to activate the ability, Oricorio GX's ability, if one of your Pokemon gets knocked out on your opponent's last turn. So it's very conditional. And we have 3 Digletts, which allows us to discard an extra card from the top card of your opponent's deck with Giovanni's Exile, if you discard it with Giovanni's Exile. And another important thing to note about Giovanni's Exile is that if any of your bench Pokemon has damage counters on it, you don't get to discard it with Giovanni's Exile. So that is important to watch out. It's better to place your Digletts only when you're using your Exile. Don't place your Digletts onto the bench if you're not using Exile yet. Pass the turn and then pass the turn if you don't have an Exile in hand, or if you don't plan on using an Exile yet. Maybe because you don't have a Magnezone yet, or it's better not to play it yet. I'm not sure, but it's better to place Diglett and use Exile on the same turn, because otherwise they might place damage counters on your Diglett or even knock it out. Then that would not be good. So we also have one Oranguru with the Instruct ability, allowing us to draw the right cards in our hand, hopefully, because it's not really that good of an ability. It's only 3 cards in your hand. We also have one Rhydon GX, and we have the right balls to get out our Pokemon. We have 3 quick balls, 1 nest ball, 2 Pokemon communications, and 3 evolution incenses. So Pokemon communication is very nifty. It allows us to switch 1 Pokemon card for any other Pokemon cards. So it's very versatile. You can either get a basic or an evolution card with it, as long as you have another Pokemon card in your hand. And we also have 3 rare candies. We have 3 of each Magnemites and Magnezones. We have 1 Rescue Stretcher. We have 4 of each Rhyhorns and Rhydons. And we have 3 Digletts. So that's all for the deck list. We have 3 Focus Sashes and 1 Curse Shovel. So the reason we have 4 Rhyhorns and Rhydons is because we don't have any cards to search our prize card. We can't get any cards in our prize cards. Mainly because we can't do any knockouts. We won't be doing any knockouts with this deck. We won't be attacking. We are trying to deck them out for the win. And also we don't have any Gladians. We don't have Rotom decks. We don't have Celesteela GX with the Discovery GX attack. We don't have Pantomime. We don't have any cards to get to search to switch any card from the prize card with any card from the deck. So we don't have any of those cards because we don't plan on using them. So this deck is, to be honest with you, this deck is very tricky to play because it's very bulky. You need a lot of cards to make a good deck out of the Unbroken Bonds Rhydon. It is very difficult to make a deck out of that because you need a lot of cards. You need to think of a way to make Giovanni's Exile work. You need to think of a way to get out all of your cards fast enough to do back-to-back dirty works, and you need to think of getting as much discard as possible before they get all of their prize cards. So Pokédolls might work, Curse Shovels might work, but for me I prefer to have... I think I'm gonna put the Diglett. For me I prefer to have Magnezones and Focus Sashes instead of Pokédolls. So we don't have Rhyhorn, but we do have a Nest Ball to get the Rhyhorn out. Pulpad shows up too early. I'm not sure why, but Pulpad, it always shows up at the wrong time. It's really, really annoying. So we got the worst possible hand because we're gonna have to Rhydon now. We're gonna waste an Exile and a Pulpad and a Rhydon, which is the worst possible hand ever. But at least we got a rare candy and Magnezone. So can't complain. I'm gonna end it there. They have 40 cards in their deck. We're gonna need a lot of Exiles. I don't think they can place any damage counters on our Pokemon, so I'm just gonna be brave and place the Diglett. Because I don't think they can do anything. So that I can use the Instruct ability. That was useless, so I'm just gonna save the Copycat. This is very heavy. The attack cost is very heavy. If you don't have a welder, it's better not to use this card because it's like 4 energy attack cost. But you get to search your deck for any 3 cards and put them into your hand. So bad thing is your opponent might use a Marnie, so whatever you searched for is gonna go back into the deck. So usually with cards like Togekiss VMAX or Charizard Braixen GX, it's very likely that your opponent is gonna use a Marnie, especially in the standard format. But if you're using in an expanded format, they might use an N. You know, N's are pretty famous in the are pretty common in the expanded format. So they are searching for the 3 cards. Hopefully they get all 3 because that's gonna compress their deck by 3. And it's gonna deck it out to 35. Oh, 33? Oh, because of Curse Shovel. So they actually saved those 3. Because Curse Shovel might discard any one of those 3. Any 2 of those 3. Let's put that forth. Okay, I'm gonna do this, that, and this. Instruct. Okay. I think that's it. So they can't knock us out unless they burn us, which is not likely. Oh, they can actually use Searing Flame, but it's not enough to knock us out, so that's enough, but it's not burned. So Focus Sash stays on, it heals and it gets discarded. Evolve. I really like Pokemon Communication because it's kind of like Quick Ball, because it reduces your hand by 2 cards. You know, because you don't need to search for, you can actually put it back into your deck and you don't need to draw anything. So Pokemon Communication, kind of like Quick Ball, you reduce the number of cards in your hand by 2. Got an Exile, that's really good. Okay, I'm gonna exile my Rhydon this turn and then exile the Diglett the next turn. So we're gonna call for a Focus Sash with our Skyla, and then exile our Diglett for the dirty work to boost our dirty work. Hopefully we have another Focus Sash. I think we have 3 in this deck. Hopefully at least two is in our deck. You know, it could be in our prize card, but hopefully at least 2 is in our deck. Oh, thank goodness. I have a phobia of that thing, the hammers. They always flip their heads. It's annoying. It's like I'm cursed or something. Okay, they keep drawing, which is a bad. It's a bad move for them to keep drawing cards. They should just keep on knocking us out. So let's hope we have a Focus Sash. Yes, we have 2 of it. We have 2 of it in our deck. That's really, really nice. Okay, now we get. I'm gonna discard the Bird Keeper. Hopefully they don't Lysander our Magnezone, because if they do that, we have no Bird Keeper to save it. We're gonna do that one. We can't evolve this turn though. Should have attached it later, because they could actually Crushing Hammer again. We used 3 energies, I think. Oh, thank goodness. We have 3 more either in the deck or prize card. Hopefully at least 2 is in the deck. So we actually only need to use another Exile for the win. We have 16 in our deck. Sometimes I deck myself out, so it's important to check your own deck against your opponents when you're using this Rhydon combo. This Rhydon card. So they are drawing again. So they're done for. If I draw an Exile, they're done for. We don't have... I think we have a Rescue Stretcher. No Rescue Stretcher either. So we have a Paw Pad, but we don't have an Exile anymore. So that's bad. Okay. Still no. Still no. Oh my god, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to use Teammates for the Paw Pad. Oh, they actually drew the final. They did the work for us. They decked themselves out. So we can actually place this one. There really is no point, but we already win the game, but I really want to Exile again. So that's actually a waste. I didn't realize I had 4 in the discard pile. I'm just gonna attach that one, shuffle it back. Retreat and dirty work. Yes. Okay, well, let's go for another game. This deck is very scary because I've been making this deck for days now. 3 or 4 days. And I've made it before. I've made it like months before, and now I'm trying to refresh it, modify it, and it still doesn't work. It's like really difficult. It works slightly average now, but it was like really bad before. Like a few days ago it was really bad, and then a day ago it's still really bad. Now it's tolerable, slightly below average, but not too bad. They seem to have old cards, so we don't need to worry too much. But it's still better to be on your guard always. I'm gonna leave that. Ooh, they have a Crobat Bee. I think they might have a Fist of something. Fist of Antiquity or something? A Golurk with the Fist of Iniquity or something. No supporter card. I'm gonna evolve here because if I evolve I get to switch and use a supporter card, but I don't get to use Exile, which is fine. Let's hope we get a Focus Sash, but if we don't, they can't knock us out anyways. Oh, we got a Focus Sash. I think I'll Curse Shovel this one. They might actually knock us out with a Kukui, but not yet because they need 2 energies. So unless they have a Turbo Patch and a Professor Kukui, they can't knock us out, which they didn't. I'm gonna Exile and hopefully get a Rhyhorn. Yes, a Rhyhorn. Okay, Rhyhorn. And Dirty Work. So we did back-to-back Dirty Work. Oh, we didn't. That was our first Exile. 100. Not enough, thank goodness. Let's see if we can do back-to-back Dirty Work. So I'm gonna evolve and maybe draw with Instruct first. Or hopefully get a Giovanni's Exile. Oh no. Oh well. I can't use a Bird Keeper unless I'm gonna pass this turn because I can actually get an Exile with the teammates. I can get an Exile and a Paw Pad, which would be perfect. Oh no, we need an Exile and double colorless. We can't get a Paw Pad. Let's get Rhydon and Exile. Rhydon and Exile. Oh my god, we have only one left. Oh, that was a bad decision. Okay, looks like we didn't get energy. That is bad. We didn't get energy, we didn't get anything. I should have used the Bird Keeper. And I wasted a Rhyhorn as well. We wasted a lot on that turn. Bad luck. Really, really bad luck. And now we're stuck with a copycat. Without energy again. Okay. I'm gonna wait for an Exile, because Sycamore is probably gonna get us an Exile. So this is the theme deck, the Gallade theme deck, and the water theme deck as well. Shuffle back. I need to shuffle back a Rhyhorn. Shuffle back 1, 2, 3. That one. What the hell? No Exile. That's annoying, man. Cynthia. Whatever. I'm probably not gonna win this one. And it's a pretty silly deck. It's a Gallade deck. So easy to win it, but we can't because we don't have enough Exile. We got 2 Exiles in our prize card. And the supporter cards just keep on not showing up. So annoying. Which one? Oh dear. They killed our Dideen. That's bad. Oh no. Still no exile. What the hell? What's happening here? What the flip? Jesus. I should have done that like ages ago. That's it, we're done for. I can't believe I lost to that deck. Oh, I really can't believe it. Finally an exile? But it's too late. If we have a Focus Sash, we might win. Or if we if we discarded the Dideen, we might still have a chance. But actually, it would be still quite difficult. Because that would only grant us one more turn. And we don't have enough Rhydons. We don't have enough energies. So we lost that one. Oh well. Let's try our luck once more. Charizards are really fast, so I'm actually really scared now. our K9, Arson K9. What are we gonna do? I'm just gonna discard everything because because we have a rescue stretcher. Hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully it's not in our price card. So we have no... Oh shit, I discarded a Magnezone though. We have 2 left somewhere, either in the price card or in the deck. Hopefully at least one is in the deck. We get a rare candy. We can get a rare candy with the Skyla, but we can't get Evolution Incense. If we don't have Magnezone the next turn, we can't evolve it. But they're probably gonna kill us, and we have a Focus Sash and a Giovanni's Exile, so that's good. We're gonna Exile. I don't think we've used any Exiles yet. I'm gonna exile this one. Yeah, let's just exile. Ooh, they actually drew cards. They're probably looking for the Charizard. So if they use Battle Sense, it would be silly. But if they don't use Battle Sense, which they probably are not going to, then unless they have a Leon, oh, they don't have a Leon. They can't actually knock us out. But we have a Focus Sash, so it would be wiser for them not to look for that Leon. Because even if they do discard or use a Leon, it wouldn't knock us out unless they have a Tool Scrapper or a Field Blower or a Dangerous Drill, but Dangerous Drill doesn't work because they are not Dark type Pokemons. I can't remember how Dangerous Drill works. I think you have to discard a Dark type Pokemon from your hand or something. I can't remember how it works. So they actually used Battle Sense. That was silly of them. We can't use Exile this turn, so we're gonna have to... Cynthia? I think I'm gonna Paw Pad. Yeah, I'm just gonna Paw Pad. I'm gonna Paw Pad 1 or 2. I'm gonna Paw Pad 2. Just because supporter cards are for some reason really difficult to come by. I mean, I have like a million supporter cards in this deck, but they just don't show up for some reason. Okay. So we have Rhydon. That's annoying. So let's prepare Rhydon for the next turn. We can actually... we can't use teammates though the next turn. Oh, we can actually use teammates for rare candy. So... no exile this turn, that's fine. We need to exile 3 more times. But that's not possible. So we actually need to find our Curse Shuffle, if we have one. Either a Curse Shuffle or Shuffle with a Rescue Stretcher. So they keep scissoring. I'm gonna keep scissoring as well. Oh dear. They used a rock then. They used a rock on our Rocky Goons. They actually drew 4 cards. Oh, that's good for us. Haha, that's actually good for us. And they are using Battle Suns again? That's silly. Like, they already know what our deck is trying to do, and yet they're helping us deck themselves out. So I'm gonna get a rare candy. Hopefully we have a rare candy. I'm pretty sure we have a rare candy. Yep. And an exile. 4 exiles, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the Dean without its effect. Yep. We can always use our Orangu. So that's it. I'm gonna get that one. Okay, dirty work. So if we have a Curse Shovel and another Exile, we get to discard another 4. They might actually have a Rod or a Cynthia. Yep, there we go. To shuffle back. Soul Crushing. Oh, that's actually an old Arcanine. Oh, and they drew again. Are they gonna Rod some more? Are they gonna Battle Sense? It would be very silly to Battle Sense. We could actually use Exile again. Oh, they just... Yep, I think we won the game. I didn't realize that we could Exile again this turn. So we did a back-to-back Exile just because we have Teammates and Skyla. So Teammates allow us to evolve our Magnezone and discard, use Exile to discard our... Oh, we don't even need to use Dirty Work. Use Exile to discard our Rhydon GX. And then on the next turn we use Skyla to summon Exile and use Exile with Dual Brains for Dirty Work to be activated, but it doesn't even need to be activated because Diglett did the last discard. So that's all for this deck. Hope you enjoyed our combo. Hope you enjoyed our Unbroken Bronze Rhydon combo. So in the future we will be attempting to make a standard deck featuring the Rhydon card. So a standard format Dirty Work. Hopefully you get to witness that in a future video. So we might actually pair it with Pidgeotto or any other standard cards, but we're not sure as yet. But that is definitely in our to-do list. So join us in the future videos for more interesting ones and more cool new combos. And score more wins with our decks because our decks are pretty powerful. This one is not that powerful, but at least you get to test out this card, because if you do win by decking your opponent out, it has a good feeling to it. It has its own flavor. You know, to deck your opponent out, that is a very unique way of winning a game. So it's very nice to be able to, it's very satisfying to win a game in a different way. So if you can do it, if you can optimize this deck in your own way, if you can even switch a few cards and arrange your own deck featuring this card, or modify our deck or whatever to make it even better, then go ahead. You know, because this card is really a difficult card to make a deck out of. So if you can achieve a good deck from this one, then it's a real accomplishment. It's a big accomplishment. So that's all for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you find our videos interesting or entertaining and if you want to see more. And please leave comments below of any feedbacks, questions, or challenges. We welcome all of them. And that's all for this time. Have a nice day and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, Poke People!